Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I have been asked to do a seated little Pilates workout. So it's not so much Pilates, we're using the principles of Pilates, but this is for anybody that is, has restricted mobility, okay? I am going to do a little bit of standing work to begin with. I'm also going to film one that's totally chair-based as well. So all you're going to need is your chair, just some loose clothing. It's going to be about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so what I want you to think about is how your body feels today. And at any point you feel you need to stop, take a break, then please feel free, okay? So I'm going to start today's session just by setting up my posture as I would always do in my Pilates session, okay? So again, if your balance isn't great, we're going to be using the chair, okay? So I'm going to step back. I've got my nice dining room chair here, and I'm just going to place one hand onto the chair, okay? I'm going to have a little think about posture because we're finding that we're sitting an awful lot more than we would normally do, okay? So I'm having a little think about my posture, and in particular the upper body. So I'm going to get those shoulders. You can hold onto the chair, you can sit down, wherever you want to be right now. I'm going to roll my shoulders up, back and down. So you can do this seated, or you can stand with me. Up towards the ears, roll them all the way back and down. Nice soft knees, okay? So just thinking about those shoulders, rolling them up and down. And two more. We're going to take some deep breaths in as we roll those shoulders. And exhale. One more in breath. And out breath. Perfect. Just stay right there for me. I'm just going to take a moment just to find a little bit of a connection in my tummy muscles, okay? So I want to think about my belly button and pulling it back towards my back, okay? I've got soft knees and my feet are in line with my knees, and my knees are kind of in line with my hip joints, okay? So from here, I'm just going to take one big shoulder roll with an extended arm, okay? So if you've got shoulder problems, you could place your hand to your shoulder and roll right here. Or you could take this a little bigger and rotate that arm around. And as you rotate that arm around, have a little look at those fingertips. I'm trying to get my shoulders moving, but also my torso moving. So I'm rolling the arm around, and I'm just holding onto that chair for balance if you need, or not. Yeah, choice is yours. And one more. And then into the other side. So I'm being mindful that I've got my lampshade there. So you need to be mindful of your surroundings, okay? I know a lot of us are compromised for space, so just take it easy. You could do this in your chair. Here, remember the option to place the hand to the shoulder. Give me one more. Perfect. Now give me that big shoulder roll again. So all the way around with those shoulders. And again, so nice deep breaths in and out. And two more. And one more right there. Drop those shoulders down, okay? So you're thinking about the shoulder blades being down towards your bottom. So we're sliding those arms down to the side of the body. Now I want you to take those shoulders up towards your ears. So bring them up towards your ears. And then relax down right there, yeah? Maybe you want to take some breaths, yeah? You could do this seated. So you're taking those shoulders up towards the ears and drop them down, yeah? So seated or standing. Let's go again. Standing, standing. Up towards the ears and relax, yeah? Maybe you want to take some deep breaths in. Let's do that. Take a deep breath in here and exhale. And again, deep breath in and exhale. Perfect. Setting that nice posture up again. Roll those shoulders back. Take the hands down towards the side of the body. I'm going to take a little lean over now. So I'm just going to slide my body down and center. And again, I'm going to do it 6 times each side. And again, you could do this in your chair. So seated, you could take that little slide down here. And center, and 3 more, and center, and 2, and center. One more. And center. Let's go to the other side. So again, you could do that standing. Take it down. Only as far as your body feels good, yeah? If your range of motion isn't quite as much as mine, then take it shorter. It's fine. This is about getting the body moving. 2 more. 1 more. That's nice. Bring it back to center. Just roll those shoulders up, back and down for me again. And 2 more. So just opening up through those shoulders. 1 more. Perfect. I'm just going to take those arms a little wider now. I'm just going to sweep them forwards, drop my chin and open up right here. Yeah? And again, so drop them forwards, open up. And again, I'm going to show you in that chair. So you could take this forwards and open. And again, 2 more. Drop that chin and open. 1 more. Take it forwards and open. Perfect. Coming back into my standing position now. I'm going to give myself one last big shoulder roll, making sure that those hands are down the sides of my body. I'm just going to take my chin, tuck it in a little bit, and just gently nod that chin down towards my chest. And then lift it back up. And again, so drop that chin down towards the chest. And back up. 2 more like that, so dropping it down and lifting, taking some deep breaths in and dropping it down and lift it. Let's just take a little look over that right shoulder, so just very, very gently turn the head over that right shoulder and then over the left. And again, so really gently rolling that head around to the right. And then around to the left. Do it 1 more time each side. So just let that head rotate around and go over that right shoulder. And then over the left. Perfect. Back into center. Now I'm just going to drop my chin down back towards my chest. And lift, and now rotate to the right. Back into the center, drop that chest, drop that chin even. Back into center and rotate to the opposite side, whichever that one is. Back into center. Okay, so I'm going to start to work from my feet up my body now, okay? So we've got a little bit more mobility in the body right now. And I just want to think about my ankle joints. Now you could do that seated also, okay? So make sure that your feet are lined up, yeah? So your toes are facing forwards and your knees are nice and soft, yeah? Let's think about that posture again. So draw the navel or the belly button back towards the spine, lift and roll. And from here, I want you just to pedal those feet nice and slowly so that you're pushing your toes. I don't know if you can see that, guys. So you're pushing your toes into the floor and you're just starting to work through those knees, okay? So just right there, pressing. And maybe you want to think about taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Creaky feet. Let's do 4 more. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. And from here, I'm going to place the heels down. So now my heel bones are down on the floor. I'm going to think about stretching my toes, okay? That's really important, okay? The feet carry us, don't they, everywhere. So I want to think about the wellness of my feet, the health of my feet, okay? So place your heel bones down, relax your kneecaps, bring the belly button back in and just lift those toes. Yes, you're lifting the toes and then you're dropping the toes down. Okay, so just strengthening into the muscles in the legs. So you're just lifting those toes and you're stretching out, widening those toes and then relaxing them back down. And I always do the same thing with my hands at the same time. I don't know why. So you're stretching those toes up and then you're pressing them down. And again, so again, seated or standing, Lifting those toes, dropping those toes down. One more like this. So lifting those toes and bringing them back down. Now set yourself back up again. So your posture might have changed again. So relax your jawline, relax your shoulders. Pull that belly in, yeah? Pull the tummy muscles in. Holding onto the chair, or you could do this seated, or you could do this standing without any aid at all, okay? You're gonna lift both heel bones and then drop back down. You could do it seated, yeah? So you're lifting both heel bones and drop down. You're gonna find that your calf muscles, so the backs of your legs are gonna start to work. Dropping back down. And again, and if you're feeling brave, if you feel you can, as you lift up right now, you're gonna lift through that left arm and bring it down. And the same on the other side. Of course, if you're holding onto that chair, you need to change sides or be mindful of that balance. Let's lift here and down, yeah? So you're finding the back of the legs now, maybe. Now, maybe you want to stop with the legs and just continue with the arms only. That's fine too. Let's do 2 more. So 1 and 2. And bring those heel bones back down. Oh my gosh, pedal through those feet now, yeah? So just finding that release in the calf muscles, that release in the knees. Good. Okay, heel bones down. Let's have a little think about those hips now, so the hip joints, okay? Again, seated is absolutely fine. You could lift and lower the legs, okay? You could use the chair for balance. I'm going to place one hand on the chair or one hand to the side. I'm going to lift up through that left leg. So I just lift the leg and I'm just going to tap the toes down to the floor. And again, so I lift that leg and I tap the toes down to the floor. So drawing that belly button back in again. So we lift here and we tap. And 3 and tap. And 2. And 1 more. And tap. And I'm going to change sides. If you're using the chair for balance, you're going to want to change those hands around now. So we lift the leg and we tap down. And again, so we lift and we tap down. Same thing in the chair, yeah? So seated, we lift and back down and lift and back down. 1 more. Just right there. Place both feet down for me. Okay, so I'm just going to come behind the chair now. Now, if you're wanting a seated option for this exercise, I'm going to give you that option now, okay? So, if you're seated, I'd like you to bring your arms forwards, and I just want you to come up onto your toes, so releve, yeah? So any of you dancers out there, and then drop the heel bones down, okay? We're going to lift those heel bones and drop them down. And if your arms are getting too tired, you place your hands to your hips, you lift and you lower. Okay, so if you're coming with me, you've got a couple of options. You could use the chair as a total balance aid, okay? We're going to squat down here and then lift. So if you want to have a little look where I'm going with my squat, I send myself back here, yeah, so bending the knees. I'm sending my hips backwards and making sure my knees don't shoot over my toes, okay? So you could use the chair here, the single balance, or you could take yourself behind the chair and drop down and then lift. And remember, only go as far as you feel comfortable, okay? So I'm gonna do 4 more. So it's really great for strengthening through the thighs, helping those knee joints. 2 more. It's gonna get your heart rate up a little bit as well. 1 more. Perfect, bring yourself back up right there. So I'm gonna step back to the side of the chair. So this one's a little bit more tricky, okay? Standing or seated again. I'm going to use that left leg and I'm going to place my hand on my hip joint. Hand for balance, or 2 hands on the hips, or seated. I'm going to slide my leg forward. So I'm pointing my toe and I'm just going to sweep that leg around in a semicircle and then sweep it back around to the centre. I'm going to do that again. So I sweep it back around and center. Let me show you that exercise in the chair, okay? So in the chair, we send the leg forwards and we just scoop to the side, back into center, and then scoop that leg to the side. Clearly, you're not going to take it round in that circle, yeah? Let's do 3 more like that. So we're going to send that leg around or to the side and center. 2 more. So opening up those hips. 1 more. Drawing that semicircle and back into center. You're going to find that's going to work into that other leg. Let's do the same on the other side, okay? So let me show you in the chair. So if you're seated, nice and tall through that posture, belly button in, you're going to send the leg forwards, out to the side, center and in, okay? If you've got hip problems, maybe you want to slide forwards and back only, okay? So we take it out to the side, center and bring it back in. So taking hold of that chair or not, however brave you feel, tummy muscles in, slide the leg forwards and semicircle. And again, round and semicircle. Good, 2 hands to the hips or 1 on the chair, wherever you want to be, but remember to keep that belly button pulled in, shoulders relaxed and round in that circle. And again, so sweeping around and again. Let's do 1 more. And back into center. Place that foot down for me. Now what I'd like you to do right now is find that posture again. I'm going to get you to take your arms out to the side. Okay, now I understand that sometimes our arm muscles get a little bit tired. So you could bring your hands to your hips, okay? That's really important. Now you could also do this seated. And again, I'm going to demo seated. So maybe one of you seated, one of you standing. It'll be a nice little duo workout. I'm taking my arms out to the side. I'm just going to take a little rotation, only as far as I feel I can, okay? And then I'm going to rotate in the opposite direction right there. Try it with your hands on your hips. Tiny little rotation there. And then a tiny little rotation there. Good, I'm coming back onto my feet so I can show you how that looks on your feet, okay? So your feet are hip distance apart, arms are wide, crown of the head's tall, and you're going to rotate. And in the opposite direction, rotate. And again, so rotate here and here. Back into the middle, drop those arms down. Shoulder roll, and again, shoulder roll. Perfect. Now I want you to bring those shoulders back up towards the ears and just let them relax back down. Yeah, so back where we started. Bring those shoulders up towards the ears and bring them back down. And again, 2 more, up. And relaxing those knees, 1 more. And relaxing right there. Just drop that chin back down towards the chest. And then rolling it back up right there. Good. And again, so dropping it down. And back up for me. 2 more like this. So dropping that down. And back there. Okay, so really nice and easy now for the upper body. So we're thinking about a little bit of strength coming through the biceps, so through the upper arms, okay? We're going to take out both of those arms forward. Now you could do 1 at a time if you needed to, okay? So again, you could sit on the chair or you could do this standing. So I'm going to bring both arms forward and I'm just going to pull that right arm in, tap the shoulder, take it away. Same on the left, so I pull in, I'm keeping those tummy muscles drawn back towards my spine. Go again, take it in and away. Let's do 4 more. So we'll bring it in, tapping that shoulder, and 3, and 2, and 1 more. Perfect. Bring those arms down to the side of your body. Let's have a little think about the triceps now, so the back of the arms. So seated, we take the arms behind and we just pulse here, yeah? So we're pulsing back, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that posture nice and strong. So let's do that standing. Of course, if you're not able to do that without holding the chair, then bring yourself down to the chair, okay? So heel bones in line. Going to drop that chin. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see where I'm headed with this. I'm just going to pulse back the arms. So I'm pulsing here for 4, for 3, nice soft knees, for 2, for 1, and relax. We're going to do that 3 times, okay? So have a little think about that. Crown of the head's nice and long, so we push back for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and relax. One more time. Draw the belly button in, relax the knees, and go again. We pull back 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Relax right there. Okay, so this is called bow and arrow. And you could do this seated, you could do this standing, you could do this, well, you could do it in several ways, okay? So we're going to have a little think about working the muscles in the waist and getting a little bit of rotation through the rib cage and through that lower back. Okay, so I'm going to bring my arms forwards, and as I rotate to the left, I'm going to bring that elbow back and have a look at that elbow, bring it back to the center, and do the same on the other side. So we're going to take it back here and center, and 4 more, and center, and 3, and center, 2 more. Always take a break if you need to. 1 more. Back into the middle and place those hands back down on your thighs. So everyone bring themselves down to the chair now, okay? So I want to think about that seated posture. So we are sat a lot more than we would normally sit, okay? So let's have a think about how we're going to sit on a day-to-day basis to prevent that really bad posture, okay? And I'm also going to work into the sides of the muscles in the tummy a little bit as well. So I want you to roll those shoulders up, back and down. And we always start in that position because it's really nice to open up through the chest, okay? So from here, I'm going to bring that belly button back and I'm going to tuck my bottom underneath my seat. Yeah, so I'm really feeling that little connection in my tummy muscles, and it's actually lifting up the pelvic floor as well. So have a little think about that. I'm sat evenly on my bottom. So sometimes we find that we're sat over to one side. You've got 2 bones in your bottom, okay, called your sits bones. That's a basic name for them. It's your pelvis, okay. Make sure you're sat nice and evenly through those bones. I'm going to bring my arms into what I call a genie position right there, and I'm just going to take that small rotation again to the right and then to the left, yeah, but keep your hips nice and still. Let's go again. So we're taking that to the right and we're taking that to the left, just easing off. And just 1 more each side. Last one. And center and relax. Roll the shoulders and don't let that posture sag, yeah? Be nice and tall. Think or imagine, I often say to my clients, imagine your head is a balloon filled with helium, yeah? So it's up towards the ceiling, it's nice and lightweight, off those shoulders, and we've got a really nice relaxed jawline. So we're going to do that exercise again. I'm going to add something in, but that's optional. You don't need to take that option, okay? So my hands come into Cossack position. I'm going to rotate again to the right. And with my right arm, I'm going to reach out. I'm looking at those fingertips. Bend it back in and then rotate to the left. So I'm rinsing out my muscles in my waist to do this. So I'm working the muscles in my waist, I'm working the muscles in my shoulders. I'm going to go again, so rotating around, extension through the arm, back into the middle, and again, be mindful if you have lower back problems, please take your rotation much smaller than mine. Let's do 1 more each side. Did I say that already? I've never been great at counting. Reaching here, and center. And last one, reaching here, center, and relax. Okay, don't relax that posture. Keep nice and tall for me. Everybody in the chair now, hands to the chair. Okay, so you're opening up to the chest. So you just sat at the front of your chair if you can, okay? I'm just going to take a little lean back and just open up through those shoulders. Take a deep breath in to expand the chest and exhale. Bring yourself back upright. Just take your hands back to your hips and we are almost done, guys. There's a few things that we need to do. I want to think about making sure that back is nice and safe. So just bring those knees and make sure they're hip distance apart. And I'm going to get you to let your arms float down to the side of your body. Feel that distance between your shoulders and your ears, okay? Feel that nice distance and just take that little rock down to the right. Keeping both hips in place and then to the left. And one more each way. Last one. And centre. And if you can, lift up that right leg. Now this is not for everybody, okay? But if you can, lift up that right leg, drop the chin. And if you can't lift the legs, just drop the chin. Same on the other side. So you're going to bring that leg in towards you, drop the chest. Drop the chin towards the chest. One more each side. And reaching in here. And down. One more. Back into centre. And remember that invisible tree? Okay, we used to talk about years ago, hugging trees. We're going to do the same thing, okay? So I want you to sit nice and tall for me. Nice tall posture, arms out to the side and hug that invisible tree. So you're going to drop the chin towards the chest, rounding out that upper back and then opening those arms. And again, so we drop the chin towards the chest. Now open up those arms. And again, one more. Opening up. Hands to your thighs. Remember those little postural tips today when you're watching the TV or you're on your phone or reading your book or your paper or your Kindle, whatever you're doing, okay? I want you to think about those things. Do those exercises once a day. Try and avoid doing them first thing in the morning. Get yourself nice and mobile before you do them, okay? Guys, let's just finish with a little bit of breathing before we go home, okay? So go home, we are home. Let's take a moment just to close our eyes and just relax through the soles of the feet. Relax the shoulders, relax the jawline and the cheekbones. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Bringing your breathing pattern back to normal, you can open your eyes. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. I hope you enjoyed that. You can give yourselves a round of applause. Well done, and I should be posting every other day, so please feel free to hop on, message me for any further information. Thanks. See you soon.